Hello, and welcome to this week's Schreiber Council meeting. The new owners of the former United Church will approach Council with their renovation proposal of the property and a summary of their plans for the building. The updates to the recreation policy will be discussed, and the various department reports will update Council on current projects, including ongoing issues at the waste treatment plant. Now here is tonight's agenda. Thank you for watching.
Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and this is my co-founder, Andrew Bako, and we're from Exam Pro Training Inc. We're located here in Schreiber, Ontario, and we run an online business, I think I already said, Exam Pro Training Inc. And we purchased the old church. What's the location, Bako?
So the old St. Andrew's United Church on 710 Winnipeg Street.
Yeah, so we purchased one of the older historical buildings in town, and we're renovating the building with the goal of turning it into a multi-purpose space. Specifically, one thing is a technology center as an extension of our existing business, and developing a green space. So today we're approaching Council. Why are we here?
We're here to ask the council to consider adopting the community improvement plan, which has already been proposed to them, which was developed in Kenora. And we're hopeful that they'll consider our project a viable pilot for that. And as a result, we'll be able to contribute back to the town.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our October 8th regular council meeting. First of all, I would like to begin by acknowledging that we're in Robinson Superior Treaty Territory, and that the land on which we gather is a traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Métis. Call the open session to order. Can I have approval of agenda for tonight, please? We're good. No add-ons. Any disclosures of interest tonight? Hearing none, we'll move right into delegations, and we got the two Andrews. 710 Winnipeg Street renovation plans. Sure.
Okay, just stand right here. Okay. So yeah, we have a really short letter to read to you guys. We didn't realize we had a full 10 minutes to speak, so you probably won't get into it. Maybe if you guys have some questions. We also have some copies that do have some notations with more information about us as well. If you'd like, I can pass this to you after. So our letter to Mayor and Council. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to speak today. I'm here on behalf of our company, Exam Pro Training Inc., to share our vision for transforming the old St. Andrew's United Church into a vibrant commercial space that can bring real positive change to Schreiber. We understand that you're currently considering the community improvement plan that's already shown great results in Kenora, and we believe our project is a perfect fit to demonstrate how this plan can work right here in our town. The St. Andrew's property has been vacant for some time, and we've recently taken the step to purchase it with plans to revitalize the space. Since it was previously a church, the property hasn't contributed any property taxes, meaning there's no loss to the town by offering your support. Instead, you'd be helping transform this unused property into a new source of revenue and activity that will contribute to Schreiber's financial health long into the future. Here's what we envision this project bringing to Schreiber. First, a boost for local entrepreneurs. We aim to create an affordable commercial space where multiple businesses can set up, giving local entrepreneurs and startups the chance to grow and succeed in our town. Attracting new investments. By turning this building into a lively commercial hub, we're sending a clear message that Schreiber is open for business, which can draw more entrepreneurs and investors to the area. Job creation and economic activity. The renovation itself will provide work for local tradespeople, and once businesses start moving in, even more jobs will be generated, increasing spending within Schreiber. And finally, a space for the community. Beyond business, we plan to create a welcoming space that includes training rooms, event areas, and flexible working spaces, making it a central hub for learning, collaboration, and connection. Additionally, the property includes a large green space in the heart of our town. As part of our renovation, we intend to improve this area with landscaping and seating, turning it into a welcoming outdoor space for the community. This not only adds to the beauty of our town center, but also provides another great spots for residents to gather and enjoy. We recognize this is a significant project, and with the extent of renovations required, it might take 1 or 2 years before we start seeing any income. That's why support from the town is so crucial, especially in the form of the tax breaks and incentives the CIP, Community Improvement Plan, can potentially offer. This support won't cost the town anything, but it will be key in helping us create something that benefits everyone in the long run. In closing, we're excited about the potential this project has to breathe new life into a vacant building and enhancing a valuable green space for Schreiber. By adopting the Community Improvement Plan and supporting initiatives like ours, we believe we can create a brighter, more vibrant future for our town. Thank you for your time, and we hope to make this vision a reality with your support. Sincerely, Andrew Brown and Andrew Baker.
I just want to add there that in our document here, we do have more specific examples where we've been getting strategic partnerships or possible opportunities that might answer your questions further. We just didn't want to spend all that time talking through them, but we have the documents here if any of you want to look through them. There's 4 copies there. Yeah, we got 4 copies. We just want to spread around. And
Thank you.
as you ask questions, maybe you can go to those key sections and ask any questions that you do have.
Okay, well,
Sure.
thank you very much for filling us in on what you're doing, and thank you for investing in Schreiber, and we will work with you on every step of the way where we can, and we look forward to just seeing the development. And I hope you don't mind me walking in every once in a while, just to,
Anytime.
so, does anybody got any questions of them?
What are you doing with all the pews?
That's the hot topic. We'll have to say with like everybody, wait for the spring, and depending on the results of how this project goes, there's a lot of interest in those pews from people around town.
Every day.
Yeah. We'll make sure that we certainly aren't going to be using them all ourselves, but we just can't make promises right now with the number of people that have inquired already.
I think there's a lot of people that want them for personal use, but if there are any, like if the town needs like if they actually have a use for them, I'm sure we could just give them to you for free, or the library, or things like that. If it's private citizens, we probably will sell them. So.
Are you guys still working on renovation plans? Have you got like a drawing about what you envision it's going to look like?
So the damage to the building has been substantial. So we've gotten a situation where I guess the power was cut 7 months ago before we got the building. So we've had to go through the whole process of bringing in the Electrical Safety Authority, and they found that the building is not rechargeable. So we essentially had to abandon all of the electrical in the building and start fresh. So at the moment we have 1 outlet and 1 light and 1 switch. So we're almost done at removing all of the toxic mold problems and the rotten floors, and it's every time we pull down a wall we kind of cross our fingers that
there's a lot of leakage into the building. But in terms of we do have the square footage laid out, and so we're talking to businesses are talking to us about what they would like to do in the space, and so we're trying to talk to as many potential businesses, because it is such a large space. If we ran a technology center, the basement, we want to utilize the top space for other types of economic development, and so we're listening to them, because whatever we want to fit in there, we want to make sure that it could fit for multiple use cases, whether one tenant comes in and they decide we need to move on and bring another person in, but
right now it's in flux.
And a big part of this is going to be the results of us working with you guys and how much capital we have available to make it a larger renovation. So
Right.
Or speed it up, or
we're starting with the damage, and then
Okay.
based on all this, we're going to be moving towards hopefully soon. Knock on wood. If we don't find any more problems as we keep going, we're just about at the stage where, again, based on the results of this delegation, it's going to shape what that looks
so
like.
there's been interest in both the interior and the exterior of the building. So like there's businesses that are interested in the exterior storage of the building, but there's also community interest in turning it into a green space. So like we're talking to Eco Restore, and they had interesting projects which could benefit the school. At least the public schools reached out, and they want to collaborate on at least the technology side. So yeah, there's just general interest, but it's again, we have to get to a certain point before we can, make a concrete plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure where, talk to Dan or Anne Marie about the CIP plan. I don't know where the Economic Development Committee sits with that.
We were again. I'm not sure the discussions you've had. Just speaking with the CFDC, they mentioned that it was already been presented to the town and it was under consideration.
So as far as because I was at the last economic development meeting, but I believe that we're working on the strategic plan right now.
Yes.
And again, I'm not super familiar with everything, but I know that one of the documents of interest was the CIP document, and I assume that we have to follow through a set of documents to get to that one. We're just not that familiar with what the CIP provides. We just know that there was another community that benefited from it. And so, I'm looking forward to going to the next economic development meeting to better understand how that it can apply for us and work with us. So,
And apart from just the CIP, there's obviously other ways the town could directly help us. We're just trying to find something where it's, no commitment effort from you guys as well.
Sorry. So like right now, I know that the building, when we took over the building, we thought it was commercial because there was
the town plan.
The town plan showed it as commercial, but Karen was kind enough to give us a visit and indicate that it's marked as like a big I, like institutional.
On the bylaw.
Yeah, and that makes sense because it's a church, right? So the reason why that matters is that it affects property tax, right? So
Right.
if it is institute, I don't think that you pay taxes on it, but since we plan to use it for commercial, we would need to switch it over at some point unless we become an accredited school, which is something that could happen, but it's too far out for that to happen.
Right.
And so, we have this big question. It's like, if we didn't have to pay taxes on it, it would help us put more money towards the renos so that we get the building into use in steps. So like maybe we get the basement operational and then we work year 2 on the second one.
Right.
Until we get fully operational. But since right now it's institutional, it technically doesn't collect tax, but we're renting it, but we're using commercial. So do we pay property tax or do we just leave it as the zone and we don't pay property tax, and then when it becomes ready for commercial, we switch it over? But at the same time, it's like we want to make sure the town gets whatever they need to get because
Right.
we're here to benefit, help the town, right? So we're just trying to figure out what that is, and we're confused. But as you can tell, but just whatever you can do to help us. But again, maybe that requires going to another economic development meeting and hashing it out, or if you have any ideas. Yeah.
Well, I think first and foremost, would have administration do some background research for us, Rhonda, and probably something like community adjustment. As we honestly don't have a community improvement plan in the works. Our official plan is 2012.
Yeah, it's very updated.
2012, it's outdated, but it doesn't preclude us from, as under the direction of the mayor, sitting down and looking at your specific issue without those two pieces.
Great.
I don't believe.
No, I don't know. We're definitely willing to work with them and see which way we're going with this.
Yeah.
We're excited to have another with the way the economy and unfortunately the way that it is around here right now, we're thrilled.
Yeah, what I like
We
about
really
it
are.
is that it's downtown. And we're trying to improve that downtown corridor. And that'll be a good fit.
But yeah, it just, you know, the purpose of the technology center is not just to provide training, but to try to bring technologists here. Because, you know, we have a beautiful town, but we want to bring more vibrance to it. And, you know, we need to bring in more technology. Like I like technologists because they have a lot of money and you can get them community focused. And they're younger and sometimes they have families. And so, you know, that's going to add into the long term of it. So, you know, hopefully that aligns with the town and we can put something else in the church or the building. It's not a church anymore, but that's going to benefit the town, right? We don't just want to put anything in there. We want to put something that the town needs. So,
Right.
and so we're hoping that we can do that, you know, in our plan. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll be basically a community hub when they're done.
That's the plan. Let's hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember our business attraction consultant, that was one of the big things he talked about was having a community hub in your town. So that's an excellent fit. So good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Great.
Okay, and no more questions. Thank you for that, and we look forward to working with you and seeing you around town. And
Awesome.
don't mind if I'm nosing around there.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank
Thanks for
you.
the information, guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Great job. Take care.
Okay, question period. Nothing at all, okay. Minutes of previous meetings, resolution 253 -24. Moved by Councilor Morrow, seconded by Councilor Burgeot, that the minutes of the council and committee of the whole meeting held September 24th, 2024 be accepted as circulated. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Business arising from the minutes, committee of the whole recommendations. Resolution 254 -24. Moved by Councilor McGrath, second by Councilor Bryson. The council accept the quotation from ABCS 80 Brothers Construction Solutions Limited in the amount of $61,660 excluding applicable taxes for the materials and fabrication of 2 sludge return boxes for the Schreiber wastewater treatment plant. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 255 -24. Moved by Councilor Bryson, second by Councilor McGrath, that the North Shore Harvest Cover be approved for a grant and aid in the amount of $1,000 for the 2024 Christmas hamper campaign. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Accounts for payment. Resolution 256 24. Moved by Councillor Bergeau, seconded by Councillor Morrow, that bank debits paid out of the general bank account in the month of August 2024 in the amount of $43,575.52 be approved and ratified. Discussion? Yes?
Once again, thanks to administration for providing details on the Bank of Montreal MasterCard. In order to be open and transparent with mayor and council and the public, under my town MasterCard in August, you'll see a charge of $1,158.01 to the beer store. You may wonder why that happened, but that was through Heritage Days. And we had sold so much the night of the bocce ball that we were afraid we were short. The liquor store was closed because they were on a strike. So I made a run down to Marathon to pick up additional alcohol for the event. Marlene has the invoice and Evan checked the contents to make sure everything was matched up. Just so that we're open and clear. Why you would see a beer store charge when council's credit for it.
Good story.
Well, no, I want to make sure. And then the only other thing I have is just a question for Tammy. Tammy, I just have a question regarding Rec North Whitehorse.
That is a training program that we've enrolled Evan in,
Thank you.
and he is enjoying it very much.
Thanks. Other than that, unless anybody else has questions.
Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 257/24. Moved by Councilor McGrath, second by Councilor Bryson. That checks issued on the general bank account in the month of September 2024 in the amount of $415,768.75 for general accounts payable and ratified. Discussion?
Yeah, I just have one question. Tammy, on September 25th, a check was issued to Aqua. Okay, so you have the same question for $111,807. Do we know what that was? Do you remember what that was for?
I'm going to guess that it was a combination of a number of invoices, because we did just receive, I think, 5 or 6 of them.
Okay.
So I think it's the total of the check that was written to cover a number of invoices.
Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Hearing no more, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 258/24. Moved by Councilor Bryson, second by Councilor McGrath, that bank debits issued on the general bank account in the month of September 2024 in the amount of $57,866.76 for payroll be approved and ratified. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. No unfinished business. Under other business, resolution 259/24. Moved by Councilor Morrow, seconded by Councilor Bergeau, the bylaw 30/2024 being a bylaw to adopt policy R-24-1, recreation policy and procedure, be given first, second, third, and final reading and enacted. Discussion?
Are we going to make a few changes to the bylaws that's presented?
Yeah, I did, to the bylaw itself, no, there was.
No,
some
sorry, to the
policy.
policy.
So I did hand, council out a second package. There were 3 additions to the policy, that was not in the original for council's approval. They're highlighted in yellow so that you can see what they are.
So, not-for-profit organizations who wish to hold fundraising events without the sale of alcohol may apply for a user event exemption fee, and we've added, or through the grant and aid program, right?
Correct, yes. And section 12.1, we just added with the CAO being the final advisor on the situations. And under section 7, Q was added, other duties as assigned, example, front desk coverage and answering the phones to cover for lunches and vacations.
Under the fee exemptions, should we include our schools? The use of rec facilities?
Is that not
Or
like,
is that a separate policy?
I think that's a written agreement, is it not?
I'm not,
I thought that was part of it. We use their facility, they use our facility.
I just know in the past couple of years, it's been, but it hasn't been as easy for those schools to just use the fallback and whatever. They still get to use it. So.
Yeah. Is it not?
Yeah,
Is there a separate
originally
thing?
we weren't aware, because there were so many of us new in the office, we weren't aware of the written agreement, and the written agreement is, I believe it's from the 80s, but it is still in effect that we share facilities.
If we just put it in the air.
I can add that.
You don't have to, it's just
No, I
a
think it's smart.
suggestion. Yeah. it's
If you've got a letter of agreement from the 80s, let's
Yeah,
update
so-
that bad boy.
Okay, I can add, so a D to say that
Yeah,
the
it's like
schools.
the Holy Angel Schreiber public.
Yeah.
Because it's like a reciprocal agreement, right? We can use
I believe so.
their facilities and they can use ours,
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like in Terrace, I can take my school curling and we don't have to pay a fee or anything like that.
Yeah, so
Like arena or whatever.
during regular school.
During regular school hours, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't use it on the weekend. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, as long
exactly.
as regular school hours and I get the town ahead of time, then.
Yeah.
And know what else to do.
I'll add that letter D to 10.2.
So we pass the amended?
As amended.
As amended.
As amended. You can just, in your sentence there, you can just add as amended.
And Rhonda, this, if I'm, hold on. Let me just go back, just so that we're, this is all in the, this was all, my goodness. Rescinding 4 or 5 old bylaws to create one bylaw which addresses a new policy for recreation policy for the P&P binder.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah, they're all listed on the bylaw itself, the ones that we do have.
that we rescinded, okay. Just to bring that up to date as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So, moved by Councillor Morrow, second by Councillor Bourgeois. The bylaw 30-2024 is the bylaw to adopt policy R-24-1, recreation policies and procedure, be given first, second, third, and final reading and enacted as amended. All those in favor? Carried. Okay, so it brings us to the committee of the whole portion of the meeting. So department reports and board minutes. So CAO/clerk monthly report.
This month has been kind of a whirlwind for me. With family issues, I haven't been in the office too much, so it's a very brief update. We're still in our state of emergency. Tammy will touch on that a little more in her reports. Finance, Marlene has begun the 2025 budget, which is exciting for me that we're starting it in the right month. I do believe one of her reports outlines a timeline that she has planned for that, so that's exciting. Marlene and Amanda are getting ready to attend the MFAO conference in Thunder Bay next week, which I'm really excited for Amanda for. I think it's going to be a good experience for her. Evan has recreation, the winter programming well underway, so that's a good thing. Crews for the public works I'm working hard, to get things ready for winter, which is also good. Kim just returned. She's on vacation this week, but she just returned from a conference in Edmonton for economic development. She actually sent me a text message the day she landed thanking me. She said it was the best opportunity we could have given her. So I'm really glad that she did enjoy that conference and got a lot out of it. Bylaw there's nothing more I could add to from what you've seen on the report. But again, we're only as successful as our staff, and everybody is just really great to work with. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, thanks for that. The treasury report. So Ron just said there is the timeline for the budget. Yeah,
It looks good.
I-
The only thing is, she doesn't say it in here, but I think we normally do that. Before we pass it, it seems to me we have an open discussion at a meeting.
Yeah,
So, yeah, so that's something that we're not gonna lose track of.
No, for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, Director of Operations status report.
What's in there? Sorry, I'm right else in
Is it in
there.
there?
It says for committee of whole review in public session.
When the public session, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sorry.
No, I just wanna make sure that
Yeah.
the public's aware.
Yeah,
And it's
no,
nice that we're
it was
starting
in
early,
there.
yeah, okay, good.
Okay, number 3, Director of Operations status report.
So, we've had a major setback at the wastewater plant again today. We have successfully moved the process over from the 2 side over to the 1 side. That went well, but then we discovered a new leak in digester 1, and it's in the concrete. It's like a pee hole in the concrete that's literally just squirting out. So we've had to scramble today to make arrangements. I have spoke to Vector. He can attempt the repair while it's under pressure. So GFL will remain on scene. They're still on the 2 side anyways. But they'll remain on site until Friday so that we can keep the digester dry while Vector attempts to fix this. Clarifier 1 is the 50-year-old concrete that we all knew was tired, and it's no surprise that we continue to see failures in there. So I'm hoping that we can fix this and we can at least get the winter out of it. Worst case scenario, we hold the process on the 2 side once the digester on the 2 side is repaired. 80 Brothers will be on site on Thursday morning. They're going to start replacing pipe in there. And that should take about 2 weeks, and then we should be able to move the process back. If all goes well, possibly have 2 clarifiers in operation. You'll see in here, you have your water stats that I put on this chart for you. Those are from the daily reports that we get from Aqua. You'll also see that we've had the water inspection report that you see attached here is actually in draft mode. And we just received this week the final report. So it doesn't change, except it adds the risk rating. So you'll see the final report next meeting. But our final risk rating was 91.67%. And I'll accompany that report next meeting with the stats from past years on how we graded over the years.
Okay, so.
Gives you something to compare to. Public Works just went through 4 days of mandatory training. So we did working at heights, confined entries, safe propane handling, and chainsaw. That's Public Works and Rec. So all of our crews are now trained, and we meet those regulations. I've been meeting with departments, getting ready for the 2025 budget. And Cloud Darling's been on site as well, and they've done the HVAC systems for the in preparation for the winter season. Any question to the status report?
I have questions about this compliance report.
The inspection?
So I'll give you one, because I think you're probably the answer to the first question is going to be the answer to all of them. So it's here, for instance, on page 4, it says, was the owner in compliance with the conditions associated with maximum flow rates or the rated operational capacity of the municipal drinking water license? And it says we were not, but when I took a look at August report and looked back right until January, we were. So I don't understand the conflict between like this August report and what they're saying we're not doing. And then on page 10 of this report, it contradicts this and says, oh, all flow monitoring was completed. So I don't get it.
So you're talking about 2 different situations. So the NC-1, where it talks about filter flows.
Yes.
Each filter is rated for a maximum flow rate. That data is captured, but it's located on the back end of SCADA. So they need to contract automation now to pull that data out. Further to that, there's no alarms on the maximum flow rate for a filter. So
the data that's included in these reports that you give us, this issue is not addressed in here.
No.
Okay.
That issue is something that this inspector has picked up on. It's an easy fix. We just have to have automation now and do some programming tweaks in SCADA and add some alarms to it.
Okay.
So all these non-compliance issues are, I mean, when I look at it, it's like, well, why are we not doing that? But it's something, are they all like small cases?
Most of them are clerical in nature.
It seems it.
Yeah, we could definitely do better. The one thing that falls on us as owners that we have to do is a water conservation policy. And I'm currently working on that now so that we have it in place for future years.
And that makes sense for that policy, but nowhere does it mention in here. Yes, we say, can you please write? But you've had several posts on Facebook this year. I went through and pulled them all about please conserve water. Do you remember seeing the Facebook post with the big water droplet?
Yep.
that did more than just say, don't water your lawns.
Yes.
So you have done it.
The issue with the inspector is that's reactionary, and he wants a policy in place that's precautionary.
Okay.
So rather than be reactive, we want to be proactive.
Okay. I was pulling this apart and reading it with this and trying to figure, I'm thinking some of this stuff contradicts itself, but I agree with you, some of it was clerical, but. And I'm not saying a risk assessment, at not 1% is not a good number, but it just seemed to me like they were jamming you for stuff that, to me, didn't make sense.
Every time you get a new inspector, it's how they interpret the regulation. So you always get, it's a learning process to learn each other. Now, the clerical stuff, we have had conversations with Aqua, and our goal is definitely for huge improvements next year, but unfortunately, it's some clerical stuff. And the other one for treatment was when they were doing some fixes at the plant, it requires chlorine testing, chlorine residual testing every 15 minutes. But when they're working on the plant, it doesn't let you out of that regulation. So you still have to have somebody standing at the sink taking manual samples. And so they dropped the ball on that one as well. So they got busy with,
Doing repairs.
Yeah. So, it's clerical, and I think that there's definitely an easy fix for most of it.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions? We had that, I just want to say, we had that breach, I think it was 3:30.
Yeah.
3:30 this afternoon, and it was get your butt over. Tammy and Rhonda had a lot under control by the time I got here. I just want to, not to you guys, you're doing a good job, but to the contractors that we got out there, to the 80 brothers, to GFL, I know you're getting paid well, Vector. By 10 to 4, we had Vector coming for tomorrow by 10 o'clock in the morning, GFL staying. The 80 brothers, Doug, he's up at a mine somewhere. He's got a staff coming here for 8 o'clock Thursday morning. It's unbelievable, just the way that all the contractors are coming together down there and trying to get us into compliance and whatnot. So I just want to say shout out to them.
For sure. Nice.
So.
They have been wonderful.
Okay, number 4, Director of Operations, Winter Sand.
So we put out request for proposal for our winter sand, and we got one bid back. So Valentino Trucking has submitted a bid with a very minimal increase from last year. And salt has also seen a bit of an increase, but nothing too astronomical. Our sand salt budget line is 20,000. With the sand and the salt, we still have 2,500 left in the budget.
So you're within budget?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, good, perfect. Municipal complex roofing.
So pictures are worth 1,000 words, so I've included quite a few of them there for you to have a look at. There are 2 problem areas that remain on the roof on this building. One is above Marlene's office, a section of the roof needs to be cut out. They'll replace the insulation, the decking, and they'll put a compatible rubber on the roof that can be sealed, heat sealed to the existing asphalt roof. And then the other location is a little bit more problematic, and that's at the front where the roof is over the walkway coming into the main entrance. It overlaps the roof quite a bit, and there's a hole in the roof right at the edge of the roof. So what they're gonna have to do is cut that back. And you'll see in your pictures, one picture where it has the measuring tape along the edge of it.
Right.
And they plan to cut it at the 6-inch mark. So there's still gonna be an overhang onto the roof, but it'll allow them access to where the hole is so that they can do exactly the same thing, cut a section out, replace the insulation, put new decking on it. So this does put us over budget. However, we had 32,000 budgeted for the water treatment plant roof. That work was completed and came in at $12,000. So you still have roughly 20,000 surplus there that we can direct to the municipal complex roof.
So you had a capital budget request for this roof for 16. Have we spent that already, Tam?
Yes, we've spent 16 on it, and this work came up after.
Right, okay. Okay. But we have underspent in another category.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think, just one second, if I look, they were both being paid out of infrastructure, so it's really no harm, no foul.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
And then just as an add-on to the pictures, you'll see the work that they did at the arena, where they have replaced the roof on the entrance, and they've sealed where the snow guards are now. I mean, that's the way it should have been done in the first place. They've got solid boards now, and that is just above that vent that was put in for the arena.
So that was the one that was damaged, right?
That's correct.
So this stuff stops that from happening?
Yeah, so Cloud Darling put in that makeshift snow gates above where the white circles are.
Yeah.
And, but when their intention was, Dykstra was gonna take those out of there, but when they started investigating, Cloud Darling did anchor them right into the roof. They've got blocking in there and it's an integral part of the roof, so they just added that extra snow guard at the bottom, so we should be well protected there.
It looks good, though,
Yeah. Yeah, well, the roof looks really good.
Yeah.
The ice looks even better.
Does it? So, and for this municipal complex, then you need $10,989 plus taxes to fix these two issues.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta do it, health and safety.
Okay, and they said they'd be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, as soon as I give them the approval, they'll make arrangements to come up as soon as weather permitting.
Perfect. Okay, recreation programmer report.
So Evan, he just outlined his activities throughout the month of September. He had a couple of rentals that were listed there. We had a wedding and a birthday party at the community hall in the municipal complex, which was awesome. They had a back to school dance and food bank penny auction. So now he's concentrating his efforts on the vendor fair in November, Christmas events in December, and the winter carnival for February.
I mentioned it to him, like that was me at the birthday party here.
Oh.
We need to advertise that. like more, because parents don't like having 20 kids in their own house.
Yeah.
And that space is huge, and it was super easy. There's
Yeah.
no party there, so.
Okay.
You see a lot more kids around town these days too. So.
Yeah.
Now, this PAL insurance, is that, I mean, that's something that the client needs to provide?
Yes.
Was there a point that we used to do that?
So you purchase it through us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we just charge them whatever it costs us.
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
And it's nice to see that he's like, the arena user group ice time request forms were sent out still in the middle of August. That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, no issues really.
Yeah.
And he's enjoying, I think the Gantt chart was a really good addition, and he's really put a lot of effort into that, and I think he's doing great with it.
And Tammy has said he's enjoying the training.
Yeah. 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 So which is all good, positive feedback.
Okay, number 7, website and social media report.
So Beth Ann has provided council with her first report since taking on the job of web and social media strategist. Her numbers are phenomenal. Over the past 28 days, she's reached 14.8 thousand people, representing 135.8% increase, which is just great. Our engagement is 2.8 thousand interactions. That's likes, shares, comments, reflecting the 138.3 increase, and the follower growth has increased by 66.7%. She does a lot of posts, which is really good for us. She's a phenomenal writer in her posts, and it makes it very easy, which is very nice and easy to work with. She has made some progress on the website. I don't know when the last time was council has had a chance to look at it. She does expect to do a presentation at the next council meeting to council about the changes that she has made.
Will she do a dry run with us? Or-
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well worth it. Schreiber Public Library Board minutes, July 11th.
Yeah, so this was before Heritage Days, and so it's just talking about they had the pizza lunch, then they did the harvest fair in September. We decided where the sign was gonna go on the back wall.
Nice.
Seemed to be the best spot.
Nice.
And yes, and both we do not have an August meeting, so.
That harvest fair was really successful
Cool.
in my opinion. It's like the location is perfect.
It was like every person there, from Terry Fox to
Yeah.
everyone said like what a difference that made. That was hugely successful.
And that was
They
very
did a great
smart
job.
pairing that with Terry Fox.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll continue.
And again, the central.
Yeah. The location, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you having a meeting soon?
We had one last week of September, there was a meeting.
Okay. I just
So we should have one in the next 3 weeks.
can you just see they were talking about their 2023 annual report.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance we could get a copy? Is it someplace online and I'm just not paying attention?
Probably not.
Okay, move on to communications then.
I don't know, but you guys 3 and 4, both Superior Country, there's a Lake Superior Circle tour, and then the magazine ad. I'd like to recommend that we forward these 2 items to Kim and have her make recommendations and come back to us with it.
Perfect.
I think one thing that we should have in that circle tour is a list of what we're doing in our community. Like all the activities we're having throughout the year. I'm not sure what the deadline is to get that in there, but I think that would be
Yeah.
good for anybody passing through. A lot of people use that circle
Yeah.
tour magazine
Yes.
to get around in town or to come here, and if they know what's going on any particular day, that
Yeah.
would be huge.
Yeah.
Is there like a list of places to eat and that kind of stuff in there?
And there's some, I think, but
Yeah, they specifically talk about two, but they say then you can quick eats from local restaurants located just on Highway 17. I mean, there's a couple things that they list and they talk about specifically.
But that's all information that we give them to public,
Yes.
But I
right?
mean,
So,
like.
Yes, exactly, Dan. Oh, exactly right.
yeah,
And then it's copied over from this website to their circle tour. And I think for sure Kim's gonna say this needs to be updated and changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like your idea, why not have a list of events?
and maybe some updated photos,
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. So that's why I'm suggesting we spin this off to Kim and let her,
okay.
Yeah, good.
that's what I do with those two.
We did a support for a campaign on doctor shortage. I don't think so, eh?
No. I know, and I read that thinking, is it too broad? It's their area and Ontario. Should we do something locally or should we support this one?
Well, you know what I'd like to do is I'd like to get an update. I'd like to get an update from the Cosmo Hospital from,
From Brandon Pope.
yes,
From the recruiter,
That's
Right.
He's in charge of recruitment.
We do
we pay into it.
into it, and we haven't had a report in a very long time.
Yeah.
If we can get them to come to the next meeting.
Yeah,
Is he a part of your board?
Like we talked about before.
yeah.
The
we
book
talked
board.
about it.
Talk about having him
Yes,
come.
These have no, no, he's not, but I got his contact information. Last time I had asked him for an update, he had sent me an email that I circulated to all of you guys. This is what he's had to say. But he's been very open and to say more than happy to come down and do a presentation.
Good.
Perfect.
Yeah. He said that to me a couple of times, more than happy to come down and do. I liked it too, Mooney, because I thought that's a good thing for us to support, right? But it's pretty central. It's pretty central to the Ministry of St. Charles. I don't know, do we need our own? Or do we want to talk to Brandon about what else we could do?
Well, we definitely, Adam Brown has put out some stuff and the Marathon Thursday and Schreiber kind of get together, but Adam was, I don't think he really got any, it's a hard thing to, you're making it a hard game that a small towns aren't going to win, because if you dangle a carrot out there, the bigger towns are gonna trounce you.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get a doctor that way. So, I mean, you can't go about it that way, in my view. But I'd like to get a update from.
Sure. Do you want me to send you that information, Rhonda?
Yeah, please.
Please forward that to you.
You bet.
Hopefully next meeting.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Is number 5 something we're interested in doing or no?
This is brand new, eh?
I have question marks. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think.
I haven't thought of it.
Yeah.
And then we can go to them for our heritage. Full sponsorship letter.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know?
And then we're helping them out.
Yeah.
I think it's not a bad idea.
I'm not suggesting.
Yeah, like a bronze sponsor.
Yeah. I don't know.
Something. $200.
Or is it too far away?
No, I mean,
No. I don't think so.
That'll be next year. Um, that we can do it like at 250.
Yeah.
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 So that's what we do, and usually what we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, I had question marks. I didn't know what you guys wanted to think about
Yeah.
that.
No, puts our logo on their social media. So.
Mhm.
Hearing, we good then?
Yeah.
Okay, hearing no other business, we have nothing under unfinished business, so other business is the
Senior snow.
the Roma 2025 conference.
We have the senior snow removal program.
I'll just give council an update. We're going to send out the letters to ask for interest in the program this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay?
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and, number 2 then, Roma 2025 annual conference.
So the Roma conference is coming up, and I'm not sure what happened with their registration portal, but they have sent us 2 more updates. These tickets will go fast. If council is interested in the conference, then we should book immediately to ensure that we are involved. I think it's a good opportunity to speak to the ministers again about some of the current situations that we're dealing with.
I definitely think we got about 3 rooms.
I do too. I mean, last year there was a couple of these events we didn't go to, but this year we have to keep going and bringing this state of emergency and the issues that we're faced. We have to keep going.
Yeah.
And then we got some other projects too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would say,
So the question comes, who's
try
interested?
and stay ahead of the game, try and bring a list of ministers who we got to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your intent is to go?
Yeah, I'll definitely go, yeah.
You go on.
I just went to the last one. I think it's time for someone else.
Anybody? I can commit if you're not going. I'll commit.
Hey.
Said January.
Yeah.
We just sent,
And Rhonda, you as well, the CAO. So there you go. 3 registrations, 3 rooms. I think you're right. Book early, book now, get her done.
yeah, we just sent 2 more letters out to ministers today.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, okay, no, that's all we need to do for now is
Yes.
grab the.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, the township Christmas party. Just threw that on there to, when do we start planning? I mean, it's never too early, I guess. And I got here written, I guess we gotta think about citizen of the year too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. That one we get nominations for, correct?
What's that?
That's the one we get nominations for, right? People write in letters.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we need to advertise them.
Yeah,
We need to, well, advertise now.
Yeah.
Yeah, can advertise and give them a deadline of December 1st or whatever.
What,
Just off
what
the
do you,
top of my
what do you
head.
normally do, Cecil?
It's a newspaper advertisement. We'll put it on Facebook too.
Okay.
Yeah, we put it on Facebook.
And pick a date for our last meeting in November. I don't know. Again, what do we normally do?
So this list that you provided, these like invitations, quotes, music, this is stuff you're all working on?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
When's our meetings in November, the 12th and 26th?
Hang on, I'll look at it.
Well, the
Oh, wait, November,
12th and 26th.
Yeah, so just nominations close on November 15th. So then you have time to get them all on the agenda for the next week, and then they can be on the 26th of agenda. Does that sound good? When's the Christmas card?
the December 13th.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, that works.
So what is it you need from us, Cecilia?
We need answers to the items that are highlighted. Not necessarily tonight, but by the next meeting, we need to know.
Okay.
Okay, does everybody want to think about them and the highlighted ones then?
Or if you want
Well,
if you want to do number 2,
Okay.
if you want to make a decision on that, because we'll need to send the letters out to the caterers.
That's what I was about to say.
The rest of them could probably wait till the next meeting, but
Okay.
What did we do last year for that?
full dinner.
Full dinner.
You just need to know what to have them hold on.
Normally it's either a full dinner or a not a s'mores. What's this? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Buffet.
that's what it was. Smart.
Is that what we call it? Sorry.
You do a full dinner.
What did we do? We had turkey last year, right? Was it a turkey dinner?
Yeah,
I believe so, yep.
I'll go back to the smart.
No, I just need to know what it is for, if you're gonna have like full dinner or you're having like appetizers. Like I think there was one year we did an appetizer thing. That was years ago. Just so I can tell the catering what they're quoting on. So for full dinner s'more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Liquor license.
Now, the rest of them we can get answers for at the next meeting, but.
Yeah.
When I think about those ones.
Okay. So
Okay,
just
then.
that, and then a citizen of the year. You need to check. That's it.
Well, the citizen of the year I've already taken care of.
Okay. All right.
Okay, if that's been the business of the council, we do have to go back in the close, so resolution 260-24. Moved by Councilor Bryson, second by Councilor McGrath. Resolution 260-24, moved by Councilor McGrath, seconded by Councilor Bryson, that closed meeting resume at this time. All those in favor?